Woolbridge Guide to Clubmans Motor Sport. This video will show the various disciplines and define some of the requirements to marshal and participate. The types of event covered are auto-testing, production car trials, sporting car trials, four-wheel drive trials, classic car trials, historic rallying, hill climbing and sprinting. You don't have to be a driver to be actively involved in motorsport, as many people enjoy marshalling at events. Marshals are an essential asset to our sport, for without their dedicated involvement, no motorsport event would ever run.
A6 to B4, all cars in classes A3 to A5 and A drivers in classes A6 to B4.
By just a tenth of a second at the end of a long season. And I think we could possibly see the same sort of thing.
To begin with, new marshals are usually stationed alongside experienced personnel to show them the details of what is involved. This is also one of the best ways of finding out what is needed to compete. It will put you in close contact with drivers and other knowledgeable people from whom you can glean all sorts of useful information. An auto test involves driving a car around an intricate route against the clock. If a marker flag is touched during the test or the wrong route taken, then further time penalties are added. A complete auto test will typically involve 6 to 8 tests, each negotiated several times, and the winner is determined by the fastest total time of the day. There are vehicle classes for all types of car, including front and rear wheel drive, as well as specials. Classes are also subdivided by engine capacity. Cars do not have to be road legal, but must conform to the regulations laid down by the RAC MSA. Auto tests are held on wide open areas of tarmac or grass, and therefore present a little risk of damage to the car. The production car trial involves driving a number of prescribed sections on a steep, grassy slope, each defined by 12 pairs of marker flags. The flags are marked from 12 down to 1, and the further you go up the hill, the lower your score. The skill is to keep the forward momentum to climb as far as possible, taking as long as you like, providing you keep some forward motion. An event will typically comprise of 8 sections negotiated 4 times. Scores at the end of the day are indexed to find the overall winner from the different classes. There are vehicle classes for all types of car, including front and rear wheel drive, and classes are also subdivided by engine capacity. Cars must have a current MOT, but need not be taxed for road use. Tyres and tyre pressures must comply with RAC MSA regulations. At the end of the day, class winners are those with the lowest scores from the hills, and an overall winner is determined from an index of performance formula. Sporting car trials are the same as for production car trials, in that it involves driving a car along a number of prescribed sections, each between 12 sets of marker flags in a field, quarry or similar. These flags are marked from 12 down to 1. The further you go, the lower your score. The skill is to keep forward momentum to climb as far as possible. The climb can take as long as you like, providing you keep forward motion. An event will comprise of 8 sections negotiated 4 times. The cars used for this branch of trialling are specials, which are divided into classes by engine capacity. They are defined by a number of rules with regard to the size and position of engines, etc. These are defined by the RAC MSA regulations. The 4x4 or 4-wheel drive trial rules are the same as for production car trials, in that it involves driving a vehicle along a number of prescribed sections, each between 12 sets of marker flags in a field, quarry or similar. These flags are marked from 12 down to 1. The further you go, the lower your score. The skill is to keep forward momentum to climb as far as possible. The climb can take as long as you like, providing you keep forward motion. An event will comprise of typically 8 sections negotiated 4 times. The winner is determined by the lowest score at the end of the day. Typical vehicles are Land Rovers, Suzukis and even the Austrian Halflinger. Classes are also subdivided by engine capacity. Classic trials originate from the beginning of motoring history, when manufacturers wanted to prove the reliability of their vehicles. The classic trial comprises of a number of long sections, often using county roads or farm tracks, each accessed by some miles on the road. The total length of the event can vary, from 50 miles for a local type event to several hundred miles for a major national event.
They're going the easy route.
It's like what we saw.
As the event uses the public highway for the route between the sections, all cars have to be fully compliant with public highway regulations at all times. There are 8 car classes depending on engine size and whether front or rear wheel drive, and there is also classes for specials. Historic rallying caters for pre-1975 vehicles. The route is worked out by the navigator from supplied instructions and travels along country lanes with a few special driving tests on private land. Along the route are various time controls to be visited in order to record time of arrival and show that competitors have followed the correct route. The winner is determined by how well crews have kept to time and if they have followed the correct route, in addition to special test times. As the event uses the public highway for the majority of the route, all cars have to be fully compliant with public highway regulations at all times. There are various car classes depending on age and type of car and the ability of the competitor, whether novice or expert.
Followed immediately by Clive Davenant.
Yeah, the car is it's a 1700cc Malik. I've had it for about 2.5 years. Once upon a time it had the full bodywork on it rather than the lightweight bodywork that's on it now. And it's pretty well suitable for hill climbs, this, in the way that it's in the way that it's formatted. But the bodywork is made by Simon Macbeth, who's one of our local competitors. Races a pill beam. It's all carbon fibre, so it's very, very light. And with the engine churning out a reputed 180 horsepower, of course the power to weight makes it quite a quick car, and we do okay with it. Especially the likes of Colin Pook and I, who's obviously one of our local people. He and I have some good scraps throughout the season.
Hill climbing and sprinting are the fastest of the Clubmans Motor Sport events. Both have a history going back to the beginning of the motor car. The only real difference is, as the name suggests, sprints are held on the flat, while hill climbs are held on courses with a gradient. The event is the ability to go as quickly as possible over a tarmac course in the shortest possible time. Times are recorded to 1/100th of a second by automatic timing lights. Classes for cars range from street-legal saloons and sports cars to modified production cars through to single-seater racing cars. There is a wide range of classes divided by type and engine capacity. All drivers must wear fireproof overalls and an approved safety helmet. We hope that this video has given you an insight into Club Motorsport. And if you would like to become more involved, please contact the Woolbridge Motor Club as per the details accompanying this video.